Okay, I think I can do it through sound frequencies. Like as if you're listening to music, a song that you like that raises your vibration.
We think so too. Esther listens to the sound of the air conditioner on her phone or some brown noise because she's able to focus on that without having thoughts about it. So it has her attention, which means nothing negative has her attention. Nothing contrary to her desire has her attention.
Is there a particular frequency that's more beneficial?
It's different for everyone.
Is there a tempo?
Focus with us for just a moment. Try to release yourself from being in the hot seat with hundreds of people listening in and video cameras on you and all that stuff. And just focus on Esther's toes. Now, that is a ridiculously slow tempo in relationship to vibration. Doesn't matter. Or you could listen to the very fast-moving frequency of a motor moving. Doesn't matter. What matters is your attention isn't somewhere else. Now, we're going to give you what you're looking for. So, recently, while Esther was meditating, she turned on that sound and set her timer, sat in her favorite spot, held a crystal. This isn't important, really, but Esther likes it. She has one sitting by her everywhere because she could focus on that. Now, there's a frequency in that, but you can't really feel it. It's not pulsing. But there is a tempo in there, but it's not pulsing. But it doesn't matter that Esther can't identify the tempo. It's that there's things she can't identify about it, like it's really cold right now. And the sound that she's hearing, she's focusing on an air conditioner. That's something to focus on. And while she's doing that and that, or one or the other even, or both, her awarenesses can't be about things that are bothering her, about something that she's upset about, or about something that isn't working. Her vibration has been clarified by the absence of the detail of anything that could add resistance to it. Now, it's even more wonderful to be focused upon music and dancing or singing or laughing and having a good time. In other words, you don't have to be in a quiet state. But if you're wanting to clarify your vibration in any moment in time, then quieting your mind is the way that you do that. So as Esther was meditating, she felt this sort of, she described it after the fact as a sort of tug of war. It was like a tension came in her body. She could feel like she was being called upward, and right in the middle of that, she had a thought that she couldn't clear because it was a thought that we had offered to her. And the thought was, it's like the astronaut going into space, or even the pilot with the G-force of his airplane or his jet moving so fast, where you can feel that tension against your body. And then she remembers the movies that she's seen where that rocket ship breaks out of the atmosphere, and now there's this relief because there's no more tug of war. And in the midst of this meditation, Esther realized that her inner being, we're calling her upward, if you want to put a direction on it. We're calling her up to the faster frequency of that which we are, and away from the worries and doubts and injustices that she had been watching on CNN about planet Earth. And so, even though she sat to meditate, there was that residue still within her of the things that she didn't want to be happening. And then here we are calling her to who she really is, and she could really feel that tug of war. And she just decided to relax into it. She acknowledged it's a tug of war. My inner being is calling me, but my beliefs are calling me too. She could feel that her desire was calling her one way and her beliefs were holding her another. And after not that long, she broke loose into the atmosphere, and the incredible feeling of release from things bothering, and everything felt all right. And that really is the point. In all frequencies, there is some resistance, isn't there? Because otherwise there could be no awareness of anything if there wasn't this and that and this and that and this and that. And so if we don't turn it into something that you need to manage like that, and we let it be the emotion, Esther knows the difference between tension and relief. And so do you. Esther knows the difference between absolute love and anger, or absolute love and worry. She knows the difference between that kind, loving feeling and that pushing, obnoxious bullying. In other words, you all know the difference in the way that you feel. And if you turn this business of being into the business of feeling, then you can simply, much more simply, join the vibrational frequency of your inner being. And then you can begin to see the world in this situation and that one and this one and that one through the eyes of Source. You can walk through an airport full of all kinds of things going on with all kinds of people, and what you see is the thing you want to see. Or you hear the lilting voice of a child, or the way she's speaking to daddy, or as Esther was at the airport in San Antonio in the TSA line coming through the check part, a mother was holding her little girl in her arms, and the little girl kept holding her neck back, and then her mother was kissing on her neck, and she'd kiss, 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 and then the little girl would giggle, and then she would hold her neck back again. She just couldn't get enough. Kiss, 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 kiss. And Esther thought, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Kiss, 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 kiss. And then she would just giggle, 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 and then would snuggle, snuggle, snuggle. And Esther thought, I hope this line never ends. She could have stood there all day and just watched this delicious relationship between this mother and child. Well, it's no accident that Esther slipped into the line at that point in time to have that experience with those people. Nothing is random. Nothing is by chance. Everything is a vibrational match to who you are. There's nobody at that airport that would have enjoyed that like Esther enjoyed that. It went on and on and on and on. And then Esther was there early. She always is. Several times she saw those same two moving this way, doing things. It's like she had vibrationally bonded with them, and so the universe was bringing them together here and here and here and here and here. And while the little girl's now on the ground, she's not being held, the relationship is still sweet like that in other ways, in a myriad of other ways. And Esther thought, this is how it works. This is how it works. The universe will show us not just what we want to see. The universe is showing us who we are in the moment, who we vibrationally are. Esther is a lover of snuggles and a lover of giving of snuggles. That's who Esther is. There was nothing about that wasn't just delicious and delightful. That's how it works. So when you're thinking about frequencies, we say, good for you, but think about emotions. Think about feelings. Think about how that felt. And then Esther played that over and over and over and over in her mind. Over and over and in her mind. And Esther sat in the first class section, and when they walked by, Esther winked at the little girl, and the little girl didn't have any idea. But Esther thought, you're mine, you don't know it, but you're mine. You're mine, you're mine. We are one. And as she walked down the aisle, Esther thought, what a delicious moment in time this is. Did we get there, or?
Yeah, I guess my last little question would be, so would it just be intent? Like, so
yes, but what's the intent?
Intent, like, if I want to gain knowledge on something.
Yes, but what's the intent?
A specific one?
Yeah, the emotional intent. What is the intent?
To know?
Everything. But why? Why do you want to know? What's the intent?
Ooh, I don't know.
It's
there. I want to know.
Well, if you make it an intellectual thing, then you'll just get bogged down in all the knowledge that you might know. Artificial intelligence is ridiculous in comparison with infinite intelligence. And infinite intelligence comes to you through emotion. So why do you want knowledge? Because of how it feels. And how does it feel? How does it feel?
Feels fun.
Sure-footed, stable, interesting, exciting, exhilarating. Rather than trying to think your way there, feel your way there. We're saying to you that the knowledge that you seek is feeling knowledge. Because feeling your way there hooks you into infinite intelligence that knows everything about everything that you care about. Everything about everything that you care about, and it will be delivered to you, and because of your state of being in that state of allowing, you'll be there to receive that and 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 receive that. Have you noticed from your personal experiences, you've been sitting here today, that there is an increasing of your understanding as we move forward together through time? At first we were talking about this and that and this and that and this and that, but have you noticed how your knowing is becoming more and more? And it's because your feeling is more in alignment with your own inner being. You are more your inner being now than you were at the beginning of this gathering. So the things that we're saying to you are making more logical sense to you because they are all things that your inner being holds knowledge about. So when you leave and somebody says, what was it or how was it? You're going to say, I don't really know. Because that lady or whatever was up there talking about all kinds of stuff, and I liked it mostly, but I'm not sure what I learned today. And what we want you to take away from it is how you feel is the only thing that matters. And you can control how you feel. First, want to feel good, and the more you don't feel good, the more you want to feel good. And then just find things that do feel good, and then just focus on those things that feel good. We know that that little girl getting her neck kissed and snuggled by her mother is not everybody's cup of tea. It's not what everybody wants to stand in line and see. But whatever is yours, your inner being knows and will guide you to it on your path of least resistance. So to the degree that you're ready to allow what you're asking for, your inner being will show it to you right now.
Just like this conversation right now, right?
It started out one way and look where it is.
Right.
In other words, did you ever find knowing in this? Quick test.
Oh, I wasn't taking notes.
What's the fastest path to knowledge?
Appreciation.
Yeah, it's right there. What is this? What is this thing?
Emotional.
Emotional. It's an emotional guidance scale. This is the path to wanted and unwanted. You just pick your spot. You just pick your spot and then watch what happens.
Thank you.
There's only two emotions. One feels this way and one feels a little better. Or one feels this way and one feels a little worse. Because you can't make those quantum leaps. You just lean in the direction that feels the best. This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.